Hello, welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports, and I'm setting up my bike for what I believe is going to be an overnight brevet. I'm doing a 600 kilometer event. It is 375 miles. It's 26,000 feet of climbing or 8,000 meters. So a very big ride coming up on, tomorrow. Today's Friday. Sorry about that light right there if that's blinding you guys, but I didn't want to change my work stand setup. Anyway, I've done this in previous videos, but you know, subscribers come and go, viewers come and go. So I want to cover it again in 2024. What I've done in the past is whenever I put reflective tape on my bikes, I always lay down a piece of black electrical tape. Then I put on the reflective strip on top of that black electrical tape. That way, all I have to do is remove the black electrical tape. That reflective tape comes off with it. I'll try to block that light for you folks. And when that comes off, I don't have a lot of sticky residue, glue residue left on the frame. Also, in particular, this stuff here, which is Department of Transportation standard, it kind of gets fish scaly if you can get an idea of what that's like. And so it comes off well, it's very hard to get off. Let's put it that way. So for me, putting a piece of black electrical tape first, then the reflective strip, makes it so much easier later when it's time to remove. And I am a frugal person, but this is also just for speed and efficiency, especially the night before an event. You don't want to be messing around with cutting strips, putting this, putting that, because typically what happens is you put this stuff on, you do your 1, 2, 3 overnight events, and then the rest of the year, you're not racing throughout the night, so you don't need the reflective stuff on your bike. You probably just get by with just lights. But for an extra safety measure, I like to put reflective strips on my bike. So one of the things I like to do is I put the red in the back, just so like, okay, that must be a motor vehicle's tail light or something. Maybe that's just in my head. But I typically put red in the back and then white along the sides and the front. So like on the fork legs and stuff like that. So depending on the race organizer, you may have to put reflective strip on all sides of the bike, front, rear, and then the two sides. It just depends. For brevet riding, that is not a regulation. You just have to have a vest a vest or a sash that conforms with the randonneurs regulations, and ankle bands. That's it. You don't need anything else. I go above that. I put reflective strips on my helmet. I try to ride reflective gloves or something like that, or maybe even I've oftentimes put reflective bands on my wrists. Just something so when I motion, I make a hand signal to motorists behind me, they can see, oh, there's a reflective band on that gentleman's wrist. Oh, wait a minute, what is that? Oh, that's a cyclist. Whatever it takes to make yourself visible and safe out on the road. So this is just a mailer that I use here to ship stuff off, and it's just super easy to just peel that off. It doesn't leave a lot of residue on that, so I can just put it straight onto this frame. Now, if you have multiple bikes, then you don't have to do this. You could just put your strips on your bike, leave them on your bike. Later on, I will, off camera, so that we don't spend time on that, I'll situate it better. But that's it. That's all you have to do is just peel it off of there. Boom. Once your season is done with all of your overnight events or events that require you to have your bike with reflective strips, then you just peel it back off and put it back on your mailer or whatever you use, and then you have it for the next time. It's just quick setup of your bike for overnight brevets, and not only is it quick, but it's a safety feature that is passive, right? It's just always on your bike. As cars come by, maybe you go over a street lamp, under a street lamp, it'll light up. Sorry about that light. It'll light up, and then motorists can see you. So think safety. You know, you put in a lot of miles on the road. You might even use this for low light conditions. You know, if it's foggy, you have a lot of mist or fog in your area in the mornings or even in the afternoons, maybe you want to put some reflective strips on your bike, and that'll enhance the safety of your bike. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.